Hey there Pisces, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for May 8th to the 14th. Let's take a look and see what may be on the cards for you, and I'm jumping straight on in with the Hierophant. Okay, Taurus from the Major Arcana, we are in Taurus season, and this card in the season asks you to review your really big commitments or what you were committed to. Where's your energy going? Where's your investment going? Whether it's an investment of money, of time, of love. So the Hierophant is an important point of change, and it talks about where, core values that you now have or that might have shifted and changed over time. It asks you to really evaluate whether they line up with the core values of your partner, that organization, that place that you live in. 3 or more is what you need, apparently. So the Hierophant is about challenging tradition. It's about awakening to your own truth. And it can be a spiritual awakening with this card. And when we go through a spiritual awakening, that's why so many life areas change rapidly, because there's a big realignment process that you're really seeking to line up with your new energy signature or the awakening to who you truly were. So were. And I have the 3 of Swords. There's something hanging out behind it, and it's the 3 of Wands. Yeah, okay. So the 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands combination indicates that you might be moving on from a situation. Okay, a severing of ties is what this energy usually is. Could be leaving that company, leaving that industry, leaving that relationship. And yes, it is with a heavy heart with this card. However, especially with the 3 of Wands coming through, there's this energy of you sort of spiritually or in terms of your growth being quite ready to put this behind you and move forward. And maybe, look, with the 3 of Wands, it's like you've sort of made that decision and had that awakening, and this could be the time that you actually take a leap of faith and act on it. Now, just saying that with the 3 of Swords, somebody else might have initiated this ending. And if so, I feel like that is probably going to be the catalyst for an awakening for you and a lot of life changes and probably a fresh new start. This is the Fool. So yeah, so interesting. I'm really feeling almost like a new nomad's journey where I just take a few belongings from the past and I'm like stepping into the whole unknown, like doing things differently. The Fool indicates a new journey, and you're being asked to trust in that and step onto the path, and yes, maybe take a leap of faith in some way. Wow, big energies. Let's get your 9-card block out here, Pisces. So as I do that, just to let you know, if you'd like a personal reading or healing, first link down below will take you to my website where you can check out what I'm offering. Please do grab my free Learn Tarot Quick Guide if you'd like to get started interpreting the cards. And my paid offering for a deeper dive into tarot is the Initiation. That is an immersive online learning journey where I teach a full foundation in tarot, as well as my signature process for reading the cards. Join me on Instagram for daily readings, and I am doing mini free personal readings over there as well, so you need to be there and following along on my story for when I put the shout out, and I do have the shout out now, so you will need to be there. All right, let's get these cards out. See you in just a moment, Pisces. Okay, well, Pisces, these are your cards. We've got all the cards relating to your situation here. Yeah, it feels like a heavy situation or just a really long-term struggle. I think you haven't been happy or in alignment in the situation for some time, even if you weren't the one to initiate change. So what we've got here, right, okay, so yeah, we'll start with the 9 of Wands then. We have someone who is struggling and who has kind of sustained the battle scars in this situation. The 9 of Wands can be where it's a 9-year or a 9-month, I reckon a longer term, not a 9-week struggle, but you're just one action away from the 10 of Wands, which happens to be at the heart of the reading. And the 10 of Wands is the burden, lifted. It's the sigh of relief here, when we find ourselves, you know, able to move to the fresh new start, the Ace of Wands here. But what I have here is a lot of sort of smoke and mirrors energy with the Seven of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Like, you've really hung in there in this situation. And I think it's because Seven of Cups, there's still been promise, or let's say perceived promise, that maybe this would become your 9 and 10 of Cups. So you could have been dealing with someone who was saying all the right things, but their actions were, you know, said something completely different. You know, whether it's work, career, or relationship. I mean, we do have the Two of Cups here. It could be someone who makes the promise of, well, we will do that in the future, or, you know, you'll be able to get a pay rise next round of performance reviews, or, you know what I mean. But do you ever see that? There's always an excuse, there's always a reason, but you are left here still holding on. So the Seven of Cups is the confusion of things not happening, not materializing, but still buying in to the reality, the fantasy that has been painted for you. And sometimes we perpetuate that ourselves. So Four of Pentacles, you've held on for good reason, or what has been presented to you as good reason. There is an element of security here for you, whether it's financial security because of joint assets, or because it's been a long-term situation and it just feels like the known. There's a little bit of a fear of that fool's journey, but it is most definitely coming for you. So the Four of Pentacles, you know your worth and your value, and you deserve happiness. You know, at the moment, I think that you're here, and it's not really a place of confidence to really push through, but Spirit says with that Nine of Wands energy, like, you have the energy in the tank. Yes, you might feel bent and broken, but there is actually the reserves to make this happen. And like I said, sometimes, well, the choice might have been made for you already by somebody else. So the Eight of Swords might be, I'm feeling stuck or overwhelmed in this situation, but there is a way out. It just takes a perspective shift. It might also be that you've wanted to leave the situation, but you felt stuck here, or in entrapment, or on paper it just makes sense for you to stay here because it's, you know, your assets are tied. How would I make it on my own, etc. But the other thing that's coming through is the Five of Cups, Pisces, where we see someone mourning the Three of Cups, the loss of joy, the loss of growth, how things once were, you know, when things were fun and lighthearted, you know, and you deserve that, because being in that sort of black cloak energy, which can be sadness, it can be grief, it can be depression. It's definitely not a high vibrational energy, let's say, can really close out energy off to attracting opportunities across the board, whether this is in relationship and it's held you stuck in your career, because I'm a really big believer that your energy imprint, you know, follows you into every situation in your life. So if you find someone who's really stuck in their life, they'll normally be stuck in multiple life areas. Generally, someone who's just gone through major shifts and is in this really vibrant energy will have the confidence, like have the spark to make the changes required. So Spirit wants you to know that there's actually new opportunities really close here, okay? The Two of Cups could indicate like new contracts, new opportunities, new partnerships, whatever it is you need to make the transition. And that can also indicate that part of the transition is leaving a partnership. And you could say partnership with an organization, partnership being a contract or something like that. Now, it might not be as easy for some of you to make this transition as others. And if so, that's why the Knight of Pentacles has come to you to say, as much as you can, try and prepare and put a plan in place. And even if you can just take one step, and one step might be making the plan, or saving that extra few dollars this week, or whatever it is that's going to in time enable you to do that, then please do, but don't get stuck back into the illusion of feeling trapped. So the Knight of Pentacles is preparing, planning, getting things in place, taking steps, forward movement towards the Ace of Pentacles, a solid new beginning and new growth. And I think if you do that, you know, the universe will know, okay, well, Pisces got some skin in the game and Pisces is taking action. And you'll often find that when you take the first step, the universe will propel you ahead 3 more steps. Like, they'll get the memo and they'll speed things up for you. So the Ten of Wands is a completion of a heavy situation, right? Going from the 9 to the 10. And it just could be that Spirit goes, okay, Pisces is ready. Let's bring this in now. Let's bring in an inspired new beginning. Let's bring in that new job that will give you the pay so that you can leave that relationship. Or let's bring you in that perfect home to transition into so the time is just right. Or, you know, you get the drift. The Ace of Wands is the new beginning that leads to new growth, that just feels like it's kind of divinely gifted in the right time. It's full of potential, and it's that little burst of energy. It's that little stepping stone. It's that little peak of someone, the universe, rolling out the red carpet to you that you can at least take one step onto. So 10 of Wands, the sigh of relief, the end of a heavy, long situation that involves either a partnership or that there will be a new partnership or situation that will help you out of this. And I'm not talking about jumping from one relationship to the next, but we've talked about with the Ace of Wands what that might be. Okay, you can partner with organizations, you can partner with people, you can have a friend help you that gives you just that right piece. So I see a pathway out of this. We've got strong, fresh new start energy, and it feels like a new solid beginning. Yes, there's still grief here, and you've got to feel all the things, Pisces, but don't get stuck in that energy, okay? Or it really becomes that black cloak that you wear. Just know that it will pass, as hard as it is. So let's close this out, Pisces, with a Moonology Oracle card. Okay, well, that's chosen me. Let's just stick with it. Oh, God, do you know what it is, Pisces? Do you know what it is? This is my full card in this Oracle deck, and it says a new start is coming. It is the new moon card. So this just feels positive. It feels bright. It's a perfect color match. You know me, I love my purple. It just feels good, and it's the spiritual energy, right? It feels like Spirit is trying to get your attention here. It's sending you signs, and you're really being told that this new start is here, it's happening, and it's just up to you to move with that energy. Pisces, well, there you go. I hope that resonated. I hope it gave you some clarity, guidance, confirmation, insight. I am cheering you on, wishing you all the love and magic. Please do take very good care of yourself, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.